Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fatemee Muhammed. I graduated from APU in 2013. Then I joined Cadet Corporation. I worked there for 2 years. After that, I went for pursue my degree on agro-informatics in the University of Tokyo. After graduating from Masters, I'm still continuing my study on PhD on agricultural development. In these last 10 years in Japan, I have experienced a lot of things, a lot of activities. I have experienced a lot of failures, a lot of ups and downs. Today, I'm going to share some of the episodes from last 10 to 12 years of my life, and I believe that the core value of networking, which I'm going to show you, I'm going to present about networking, that networking which has driven or which was the key driver in my business and in my life. So, in 2007, I graduated from Cadet College. It's a high school, it's a military school in Bangladesh. There are 12 of this kind in Bangladesh. Every year, there are 600 graduates, and now total about 30,000 people surrounded in all around the world. To give you an idea about this institution, how many of you have watched Harry Potter? Can you just, oh, that's a good number, thank you. So imagine a school similar to Harry Potter. The rules and regulations are all same. There are 3 or 4 different houses with different colors. Just one thing was missing in this school. We didn't used to have any magic wands. So, in my institution, the core value or the most important value we have learned was a community. We build a community. Although there are 12 different institutions, but we are surrounded all around the world and we stay connected among ourselves. We build a network, we build the community, and one more important thing we do is to contribute to each other, contribute towards this community, and contribute to our country. So even if I'm in Japan, I always feel or always dream to contribute to my country, to my people. Why I have mentioned this? After this, I selected Japan and I selected APU to pursue my undergrad degree. And I believe with my mindset of creating a really strong network around me, a mindset to contribute to a community, to other countries, to my country, I believe APU was the perfect choice, or APU was the perfect place to pursue my degree. In APU, I was involved in various activities. I did resident assistant, I did teaching assistant, I was one of the leader of technical support staff. I also did multicultural weeks. I believe all of you understand what multicultural weeks are. So in my 4 years of life, I did almost 20 multicultural weeks. I participated. And one more thing outside the student activities I was really busy with or really active with was APU admissions office. From 2010, so for my second year, I started promoting APU in Japan and in Bangladesh for APU. This gave me a knowledge about how to promote an education system, how to promote an institution towards other people. I also used to be the ambassador, the university ambassador for president office, and also used to work for student office. All these activities in APU for 4 years have given me the opportunity to develop a network inside this community, and I believe you know that people are coming to this institute from different countries, so I believe my network spread all around the world. One more important activity I did was the circle I will mention here, was GBL, Global Business Leaders. Here, I met a lot of good minds, a lot of good knowledgeable people, and although the core value of this circle was to understand the business activities when you graduate or the work environment when you graduate, but here I got some other experiences also. One of the unique story I would like to share. One day, a member of the circle, a kohai of me, an engineer, he came to me and said, like, Fatemee-san, what about, there's an institution in Japan, and there's a team in Japan, they want to build a school for poor people in Bangladesh, and they need some guidance, they need some support. Without any hesitation, I volunteered for it. I went to Tokyo to support this team. I helped them to understand the education system of Bangladesh, or how Bangladesh people can accept the system in Japan towards in the institutions of Bangladesh, or the people, how can they understand Japanese culture. All these issues I discussed with them, and finally within 1 year they actually built a school back in Bangladesh, and now it's going and developing really well. So here, after in 2012, what I had is I was studying. I was in the third year, and I thought that I should work on some business plans. I should make my own business. I believe that in APU we do a lot of group works, a lot of workshops in which we actually come up with a lot of business ideas. Sitting in the cafeteria or sitting in other buildings, when you see the vendors bringing kebabs, chicken fry over this campus, you always think, I used to think actually, okay, this guy, how many a day, 200 maybe, 300 pieces of kebabs he's selling, how much he's earning? It's a very good business, right? So, so I know that you all think, oh, why don't I start a vendor over in APU? I used to think like that. So I tried to utilize my skills. So when I had, when I analyzed myself, I found that I have really good skill of doing promotion of institution, education. I can do good consulting. So I decided to develop a company of student counseling. I found 3 more partners back in Bangladesh. So 4 of us, I communicate with them and we build a company. But there was a huge issue of vision, issue of mission. Our vision and vision for this company, our goal wasn't the same. My goal was to develop Japanese education or promote Japanese education in Bangladesh, while their goals were something else. So it didn't match. So within 6 months, we had to dissolve this company, and it was my first failure. Or I should rather say, first experience of failure. So after that, I graduated from APU in 2013, and I joined KDDI Corporation. In KDDI Corporation, I believe you all know about KDDI Corporation in Japan, which is one of the largest telecommunication firm in Japan, where I was in charge, or my core responsibility was in business development team, and I worked for the market penetration in Myanmar, operations management in Bangladesh, and also some financial activities back in Singapore. I learned a lot from this company while working in a Japanese company. From my boss, from my colleagues, from my clients, my customers, from everyone. I understood how a big organization is run, how a global organization can do business in different countries, and how actually you can sell your product here, which is made in Japan, and to a different countries, a different approach with two different culture. All these knowledge activities I was doing within these 2 or 3 years, 2.5 years, I learned. After that, I decided to pursue a degree on agriculture. And in 2015, I entered in the University of Tokyo to study on agroinformatics. And I did my master's over there. I did some research in Bangladesh while studying here, and I continued, and currently, I'm a PhD student under the same institution, under the same department. While studying in university, back to the mindset again, looking for options, looking for opportunities. Again, I thought I should bring back my dream again. I should start developing a company again. And which my dream was to start a student consulting agency. I focused on it again, but this time my first job was to look for good partners. I don't want to repeat the mistake again. I went for different options, called my friends, where to find good partners, or is there anyone with a similar vision, mission? And guess what? Where I found the partners, it was the same team, the Japanese team who was doing business or developing the school in Bangladesh. We had a certain meeting, and we found out that we had a similar vision of promoting Japanese education towards Bangladeshis. And we decided to build a company, which we named in Bangladesh Manevi Limited, and we established in 2016. And this time we have proper office, we have few staffs working for us in Bangladesh, and it was going well for first few months when I actually established it. So going well, I meant I successfully established the company, not having customers or client yet. Within 2 or 3 months, I realized we are having 2 or 3 major issues. One of them, all of us, my partners were Japanese, and me, I studied in Japan. I'm living in Japan for a really long time. I don't have that good knowledge about business world in Bangladesh. That was the first throwback I actually had in the company. The legal issues, as I had foreign partners, the foreign investment was involved here. So there was a lot of extra paperwork, which I really didn't understand too much. So when you or we, everyone, we think about business, we just think about how to sell the kebab over here. We don't think actually what the papers I need to go for, what the future plan, what will be my future financial analysis, financial plans. We don't think that much. So this time also was my failure. I didn't think that much. And the second failure I had with all my partners and me, we didn't utilize or understand our competence. So we didn't study each other. We were focused on one mission, but we are working separately. And it ended up slowing down my business for almost a year. And I did recover. And then I found out that I cannot do it by myself. So 2017, I call it a year of reflection and recovery. So I tried my best to recover my company. How I reflected, I looked back what I did, what the mistakes I did. Number one mistake, previous failure, where my vision didn't match with the other people. But here, with a similar company, I didn't actually utilize or understand my partners. So we went through several meetings. We decided, let's not focus on our company or business for a while. For next 2 or 3 months, let's focus on each other. Let's focus on us. What we can do, what we have the ability to do for this company. So we utilized our ability to the perfect position, to the highest we can. But still, we have some lackings, or we have some lack of understanding, lack of knowledge in the business. In that case, what we did, I went for outsourcing. I asked my friends about business law or Bangladesh education system. I went to a lot of people. And here, everyone, or mostly everyone, supported me or gave me the knowledge and where I could actually fill up the lackings I had. And from that, I could actually recover, and end of 2017, we were in a position to sign up more contracts with Japanese education institution. And finally, 2018, I call it, it's really recent, last year, I call it a successful year for me. In the beginning of 2018, I finally signed a contract with this institution, APU, and from the end of last fall, this semester, we actually started to send students to APU through our agency. And we are projecting about 10 more students coming through our agency to APU in this 2019, and hopefully it will rise by day. One more success I got in 2018 through my experience of failures, or experiences I should say, that I believe most of you know that there's a change, or there's a new activity going on in the Japanese policy where they are planning to bring more foreign workers, foreign employees inside Japan. And I tell you guys, if you want to be an entrepreneur, or I'm not a really successful entrepreneur, but what I believe the definition of entrepreneur is looking for options. Get it, grab it. That's the thing. Don't delay. So here I found it as a really big opportunity for me to get myself involved in this consulting business, the human resource consulting business. I got offer from few clients in Japan who offered me, Fatemee, why don't you give us some foreign IT specialists? So yeah, I have some good connections. I have my university connection. I have my previous high school connection. I'll go and look for in Bangladesh. Unfortunately, the countries which were listed in the list of the Japanese government that they are going to bring people from. Bangladesh was not on it. So, what to do? I was like really worried. But then I thought that let's call my friends. And this time I knew whom to call. I called all the people from those countries, and finally I found a really good source, Vietnam. And my partners were both of them were from APU graduates. They had experiences in working in Japanese corporation and also experience in working or doing business outside Japan. So I talked with them, discussed with them. They have the similar goal. They were also looking for opportunity to come to this business, and we came together. And in 2018 November, we finally established our company here in Japan, in Tokyo, and we call it Maverick Solutions. In January, actually last week, we signed 2 contracts with Japanese IT firms where we are going to provide human resources, IT specialists to them. All these stories I have showed are just a suggestion for you all, because for my all APU mates, all friends or kohais, that when you're doing a business or when I was doing a business, yeah, something comes in my mind, yes, I can do everything by myself, I don't need any help, I will do that. So you focused on your works too much, you try to do all by yourself, you want to control everything by yourself. But every person has some lackings, so you cannot be 100% perfect. When you have the lackings, utilize your network. Try to get help from your network. But to me, network doesn't only mean to know people. To build a network, I believe there should be certain amount of influence towards your friends, towards your network. Please don't get me wrong. Here, influence, I didn't mean anything money or property. Influence, I meant love, affection, and the most important, trust. In my last 10 to 12 years of experiences, I tried to develop my network through these 3 models. I will focus on my trust, love, and affection to my friends, to my colleagues. And here I want to share one lesson which I learned from my dad. Actually, I'm showing you how I build my network. My dad always used to tell me, son, if you should go and help people, you should support them. Anyone, anywhere needing help, you should go and approach them to give help. But remember one thing, never ever expect anything in return while you're supporting. Just with your open mind, with your open heart, help them. For my whole life, I have tried to follow this lesson which my dad taught. I have supported and helped a lot of people here in APU after graduating from APU, before APU. And I've never expected a single thing in return from them, which developed a really strong bond with them. And now I'm not a big successful businessman, or I'm not even an owner of a really large corporation. But one thing I'm really proud of, whenever I'm having some trouble, whenever having some obstacle, I get a really valuable thing, which is moral support. Really, it's really a strength of me. I get moral support from my network. They push me. If there's a struggle, go ahead, overcome it, and run for your goal. At the end, I would like to say, through my network, I have come to here, and I would like to thank all my friends. But for you, a suggestion or a tip that here, while studying in APU, this institution bringing people from all around the world, and I believe that if you can create a strong network from here, from this institution, it will help you in the future. It will help you in your career. It doesn't mean you have your own business or you work from some company. It will help you. It will help you eventually. Try to build a strong network as much as possible when you are studying in APU. With this in mind, APU helped me, my network helped me, so it helped me to come to this position today. So I believe it will help you also. And with this, I would like to finish my presentation, and I thank TEDxAPU committee to inviting me to give this speech, and also I thank APU, this institution, the institution which played the most vital role in setting up the path to myself who I am today. Thank you very much.